You welcome U.S. Coins 1943 coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. If you love the thrill of discovering hidden gems in your pocket change, then you're in for a treat. Today, we're diving deep into the world of rare coins to uncover the fascinating history, unique features, and shocking value of the 1979 United States quarter. You might be holding onto a fortune without even realizing it. That's right, the 1979 quarter might seem like an ordinary 25-cent coin, but certain versions of this coin can be worth an unbelievable amount of money. So, make sure to watch this video until the end, because we're going to reveal just how much this coin could be worth. You won't want to miss this. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932, originally introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of America's first president, George Washington. By the time the 1979 quarter was minted, the coin had already been in circulation for decades. But what makes this particular year so special? Let's take a closer look at the 1979 quarter was struck at 3 different U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If you look at your quarter carefully, you might see a small letter just next to Washington's ponytail. A D means it was minted in Denver, and S means it was struck in San Francisco, and if there's no mint mark at all, it was produced in Philadelphia. Millions of these coins were minted in 1979, but not all of them are created equal. The real treasures are the ones that stand out due to mint errors, condition, and special varieties. Before we talk about what makes these coins so valuable, let's examine the design of the 1979 quarter. On the obverse, or front side of the coin, you'll see the familiar image of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Above Washington's head is the word Liberty, while to the left, you'll find the phrase, "In God We Trust." Below his chin is the date, 1979. Flipping over to the reverse, or back side of the coin, you'll see the bold and powerful image of an American bald eagle with its wings spread wide. The eagle clutches a bundle of arrows in its talons, symbolizing America's strength and readiness for defense. Beneath the eagle, an olive branch represents peace. Surrounding the eagle are the words United States of America at the top, followed by E pluribus unum, a Latin phrase meaning out of many, one. At the bottom, the coin's denomination is proudly displayed, quarter dollar. At first glance, the 1979 quarter might seem like any other coin, but if you take a closer look, you'll realize that some versions of this coin are far from ordinary. In fact, they can be worth a small fortune. So, what makes a 1979 quarter extremely valuable? The answer lies in 3 key factors: mint condition, rare errors, and special varieties. Let's break it down. At first, condition is everything. Most 1979 quarters have been in circulation for decades, picking up scratches, wear, and damage along the way. However, a small number of these coins were never used and have remained in uncirculated condition. Professional coin grading services, like PCGS and NGC, evaluate coins based on their condition, with MS70, mint state 70, being a perfect, flawless coin. The closer a quarter is to this grade, the more valuable it becomes. A 1979 quarter graded MS67 or higher is extremely rare and can sell for thousands of dollars, but what really makes a 1979 quarter skyrocket in value are the rare mint errors that occurred during production. These unique mistakes make certain coins one of a kind, driving collectors into a frenzy to get their hands on them. One of the most valuable errors is the double die obverse, DDO. This happens when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice, but slightly misaligned, causing a doubling effect. If you closely examine the words Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date 1979 and notice any strange doubling, you could have a rare double die quarter worth big money. Another highly sought-after error is the off-center strike. This occurs when the blank coin, or planchet, is not properly aligned in the press, resulting in an image that appears off-center. The more extreme the misalignment, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Some off-center 1979 quarters have sold for thousands of dollars. Next, we have the missing clad layer error. The 1979 quarter was made from a copper core with a nickel outer layer, giving it a silver-like appearance. However, in some rare cases, The nickel layer is missing on one or both sides, exposing the reddish-brown copper underneath. These quarters are extremely rare and highly collectible. Another fascinating error is the broad strike error. This happens when a coin is struck without the collar that normally shapes its edges. As a result, the coin appears stretched out and slightly larger than normal. Since broad strike errors are uncommon, they can significantly increase a coin's value, and let's not forget about die cracks and cuds. A die crack occurs when the minting die develops small fractures, leaving raised lines or irregular marks on the coin surface. A cud is a larger break in the die that causes a blob-like feature near the edge of the coin. These errors make a coin unique and highly desirable. And now, you might be wondering, how much can a rare 1979 quarter be worth? Well, here's the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to have a 1979 quarter in exceptional, uncirculated condition, or one with a rare mint error, its value could reach an astonishing $71,000. Yes, you heard that right, $71,000 for a single 1979 quarter. So, before you spend your next quarter, take a moment to inspect it closely. It might just be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Top 2 1974 quarter dollar. A coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but could actually be worth an incredible amount of money. That's right, some rare versions of the 1974 quarter are worth a fortune, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. So stick around, because you might just have one of these valuable coins sitting in your collection or even in your pocket. The Washington quarter has been a key part of American currency since 1932, originally released to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1974, the coin had already been in circulation for over 4 decades, but not all 1974 quarters are created equal. Some of them have special characteristics that make them extremely valuable to collectors. Let's take a closer look at this fascinating coin's design, minting history, and the rare errors that make certain 1974 quarters worth thousands of dollars. First, let's talk about the design of the 1974 quarter. On the obverse, front, side of the coin, you'll see the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Above Washington's head, the word Liberty is boldly inscribed, and just to the left, the phrase, "In God We Trust," stands as a symbol of American values. Below Washington's chin, you'll find the date 1974, marking the year this coin was minted. Now, flipping the coin over to the reverse side, you'll see a majestic bald eagle with its wings spread wide, standing powerfully on a bundle of arrows. This powerful imagery represents the strength and defense of the United States, while the olive branches below symbolize peace. The top of the coin reads United States of America, and just below that is the famous motto E pluribus unum, which means out of many, one. At the bottom, the coin proudly displays its denomination, quarter dollar. Now, let's talk about what makes some 1974 quarters so incredibly valuable. While millions of these coins were minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, only a small fraction have features that set them apart and make them worth serious money. The first thing collectors look for is the coin's condition. Coins that have never been circulated and remain in pristine mint state, MS, condition are always worth more than those that have been used in everyday transactions. The highest quality 1974 quarters, graded MS-67 or higher, are extremely rare and can command thousands of dollars at auction, but what really drives up the value of a 1974 quarter are the rare minting errors. These errors occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, creating coins that are one-of-a-kind. One of the most valuable errors is the double die obverse, DDO. This happens when the design is stamped onto the coin twice, but slightly misaligned, causing noticeable doubling in the letters and numbers. If you carefully examine the words Liberty or In God We Trust and notice a doubled effect, you might be holding a rare DDO quarter worth thousands of dollars. Another rare and highly sought-after error is the off-center strike. This happens when the blank coin, planchet, is not properly positioned in the minting press, causing part of the design to be off to one side. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes. Some off-center 1974 quarters have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Then, there's the missing clad layer error. The 1974 quarter was made with a copper core and a nickel outer layer, giving it a silver-like appearance. However, in rare cases, the nickel layer was never applied, leaving the coin with a reddish-brown copper color. These error coins are extremely rare and highly desirable among collectors. Another fascinating error is the broad strike error, which happens when the coin is struck without the usual rim around the edge. This causes the coin to appear slightly larger and flatter than normal. Since broad strike errors are uncommon, they can significantly increase a coin's value, and let's not forget about die cracks and cuds. Over time, the dies used to strike coins can develop small cracks, which leave raised lines or bumps on the finished coin. A cut error occurs when a larger piece of the die actually breaks off, leaving a noticeable blob-like feature near the edge of the coin. These errors make a coin unique and can add substantial value. Now, here's where things get really exciting. If you happen to have a 1974 quarter in exceptional, uncirculated condition, or one with a rare minting error, its value could be an astonishing $72,000. Yes, you heard that right, $72,000 for a single 1974 quarter. So, before you spend your next quarter, take a moment to inspect it carefully. You might just be holding a hidden treasure worth far more than 25 cents. Top 3 1996 quarter dollar minted in Philadelphia, a coin that might just be hiding in your collection, waiting to be discovered. Some versions of this quarter have become incredibly valuable due to their rarity, condition, and minting errors, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. So stick around because you won't believe how much a rare 1996 quarter can be worth. You might just have one sitting in a drawer, in an old piggy bank, or even in your pocket right now. Let's start by talking about the history and significance of the 1996 quarter. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, originally released to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the decades, it has seen multiple design changes and material compositions, but in 1996, the standard quarter remained part of the clad coinage era, meaning it was made of copper nickel rather than the silver used in earlier years. Although the 1996 quarter might seem like just another modern coin, some rare variations have turned heads in the collecting world due to their unique errors, pristine condition, and limited numbers. Let's take a closer look at the coin's design so you can understand what makes it stand out. On the obverse, front, side, we see the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Above Washington's head, you'll find the bold inscription Liberty, while to the left, the phrase "In God We Trust" is stamped into the metal. Below Washington's neck is the mint year, 1996, and to the right, you'll see a P mint mark, signifying that this particular coin was minted in Philadelphia. Now, let's flip the coin over to the reverse side. Here, we see a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows. This symbol of American strength and resilience has been a defining feature of the Washington quarter for decades. Below the eagle, two olive branches form a wreath, representing peace and unity. The top of the coin is inscribed with United States of America, and just below, the famous motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, is prominently displayed. At the bottom, the coin proudly reads quarter dollar. Now that we've explored the design, let's talk about what makes some 1,996 quarters worth thousands of dollars. Not all 1996 quarters are valuable, but certain factors can skyrocket their worth. Collectors look for coins in mint state condition, meaning they are nearly flawless, with no signs of wear. Coins with rare minting errors, coins with unique variations or anomalies. Let's talk about some of the most valuable minting errors found in the 1996 quarter and why they make these coins so desirable. Point 1 of the most sought-after errors is the doubled die obverse, DDO. This happens when the coin's design is stamped twice, causing the text and details, especially in Liberty and In God We Trust, to appear slightly doubled. If you have a 1996 quarter with a noticeable doubled image, hold on to it tightly, because collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these rare variations. Another incredible error is the off-center strike. This occurs when the blank coin, planchet, is not properly aligned in the minting press, causing part of the design to be shifted off to one side. The more extreme the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. Some off-center 1996 quarters have sold for thousands of dollars at auctions. Next, we have the missing clad layer error. Normally, a 1996 quarter consists of a copper core with an outer nickel layer, giving it its familiar silver appearance. However, in some rare cases, the nickel layer was never applied, resulting in a quarter that looks entirely copper-toned. If you come across a 1996 quarter that has a reddish-brown appearance, you might be holding a rare missing clad layer coin that could fetch an incredible price. Another fascinating error is the broad strike error. This happens when the coin is struck without the protective collar that normally forms the rim. As a result, the coin appears larger and flatter than usual. Since broad strike errors are uncommon, they can make a standard 1996 quarter exponentially more valuable, and we can't forget about die cracks and cuts. Over time, the dies used to stamp coins can develop small cracks, which leave raised lines or bumps on the finished coin. A cut error occurs when a piece of the die breaks off, leaving a noticeable blob-like formation on the coin. These unique imperfections can increase a coin's value dramatically, and now, let's talk about grading and how it affects value. A 1996 quarter in heavily circulated condition is usually worth just its face value, 25 cents. However, when a quarter is in pristine, uncirculated condition, its value increases significantly. Collectors and grading services use a scale from poor, P1, to mint state 70, MS70, to determine a coin's quality. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For example, a 1996 quarter graded MS67 or MS68, almost perfect condition, can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But if you're lucky enough to own a 1996 quarter with a rare minting error, the value can skyrocket even higher. And now, the moment you've been waiting for: how much can a rare, valuable 1996 quarter actually be worth? If you have a 1996 quarter in exceptional, uncirculated condition, or one with a highly sought-after minting error, it could be worth an astonishing $70,000. Yes, you heard that right, $70,000 for a single quarter. So, before you spend your next quarter, take a close look at it. That little piece of change in your hand might just be a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 4 1994, minted in Philadelphia. You might think a 1994 quarter is just a common coin, but certain rare variations, errors, and mint state examples have made some of these coins highly desirable. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your pocket change, because you could be holding onto a small fortune without even knowing it. Let's dive into the history and significance of the 1994 quarter and what makes it so special. The Washington quarter has been a part of U.S. currency since 1932, introduced to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Over the years, it has remained one of the most widely used and recognized coins in circulation. But not all quarters are created equal, and some rare variations of the 1994 quarter are worth a staggering amount of money. The 1994 quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. However, today we are focusing on the Philadelphia Mint, P mint mark, as some of its quarters contain rare errors and special characteristics that make them extremely valuable. And now, let's take a detailed look at the design of the 1994 quarter so you can understand its unique features. On the obverse, front, side, you'll see the classic image of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Above Washington's head is the bold inscription Liberty, and to the left, the words "In God We Trust" appear. Below Washington's neck is the year 1994, and to the right, you'll find the P mint mark, which indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. Now, let's turn the coin over to the reverse side. The back of the quarter features a majestic bald eagle with its wings spread wide, perched on a bundle of arrows. Below the eagle, 2 olive branches form a wreath, symbolizing peace and unity. Above the eagle, the words "United States of America" are boldly inscribed, along with the famous motto "E pluribus unum," which means "out of many, one." At the bottom of the coin, we see the denomination clearly marked as $quarter. Now that we've examined the design, let's talk about what makes certain 1994 quarters worth thousands of dollars. Not all 1994 quarters are valuable, but some have rare errors or are in nearly perfect condition. making them extremely desirable to collectors. The key factors that increase a quarter's value are minting errors, high-grade uncirculated condition, MS67, MS68, or higher, unique variants. Let's discuss some of the most valuable minting errors found in the 1994 quarter. One of the most well-known errors is the double die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the design is stamped twice onto the coin, causing parts of the text or image to appear doubled. This error is especially noticeable in Liberty and In God We Trust. If you find a 1994 quarter with doubling in these areas, you could be in possession of an incredibly valuable coin. Another rare and valuable error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned in the press, causing the design to be shifted to one side. The more off-center the strike, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Some extreme off-center 1994 quarters have been known to sell for thousands of dollars. Next, we have the missing clad layer error. Normally, a quarter has a copper core with a nickel outer layer, giving it a silver appearance. However, some 1994 quarters were mistakenly struck without the nickel layer, leaving them looking entirely copper-toned. If you find a 1994 quarter that appears reddish-brown instead of silver, you could be looking at a rare and valuable error coin. Another fascinating error is the broad strike error, which occurs when a quarter is struck without the retaining collar, causing the coin to appear larger and flatter than normal. These unique variations are highly sought after by collectors and can bring in a significant price at auction. And let's not forget about die cracks and cuds. Over time, the metal dies used to stamp coins can develop cracks, which leave raised lines or bumps on the coin's surface. A cut error occurs when a piece of the die breaks off, leaving a large blob-like mark on the coin. These errors increase a coin's rarity and value, making them an exciting find for collectors. Now, let's talk about grading and how it affects a coin's worth. A 1994 quarter that has been in circulation for years will typically only be worth its face value of 25 cents. However, if a quarter is in pristine, uncirculated condition, its value can skyrocket. Coin grading agencies like PCGS and NGC use a scale from poor, P1, to mint state 70, MS70, to determine a coin's quality. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For example, a 1994 quarter graded MS67 or MS68, meaning it is nearly perfect, can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But if you have a 1994 quarter with a rare error or in an exceptionally high grade, the price could reach unbelievable levels. And now, the moment you've been waiting for: how much can a rare, valuable 1994 quarter actually be worth? If you happen to own a 1994 quarter in excellent, uncirculated condition, or one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a staggering value of $73,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $73,000 for a single quarter. So, before you spend your next quarter, take a close look at it. That small piece of change in your pocket might just be a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 5 1995 quarter, a coin that most people wouldn't think twice about. But what if I told you that this ordinary-looking coin could actually be worth an astonishing amount of money? Yes, you heard that right. Some 1995 quarters are not just worth 25 cents, they could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. And today, we're going to uncover the secrets of the 1995 P quarter, the hidden errors that make it so valuable, and exactly what to look for when searching through your own change. By the end of this video, you'll know whether you have a common quarter or a life-changing fortune sitting in your collection. So stick around, and let's dive into the fascinating world of rare quarters. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, honoring the first U.S. president, George Washington. This iconic coin has gone through many changes over the years, but the 1995 quarter holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. In 1995, quarters were produced at 3 different U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, marked with a P mint mark; Denver, marked with a D mint mark; San Francisco, producing proof coins with an S mint mark. Today, we're focusing on the 1995 P quarter, which was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While millions of these coins were produced, not all of them are the same. Some of them contain unique minting errors, rare variations, and pristine conditions that make them highly sought after by collectors. So, what makes certain 1995p quarters so valuable? Let's start by examining the design and unique features of this coin. On the obverse, front, side, you'll find the classic portrait of George Washington, which was designed by the sculptor John Flanagan. Above Washington's head, the word Liberty is boldly inscribed. To the left, the national motto, "In God We Trust," can be seen. Below Washington's neck, you'll find the year 1995, and just to the right of it, you'll see the letter P, indicating that this quarter was minted in Philadelphia. Now, flipping the coin to the reverse, back, side, we see an image that has been a staple on the quarter for decades, a majestic bald eagle with its wings spread wide. The eagle is clutching a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and defense, and below the eagle, you'll see two olive branches, representing peace. Above the eagle, the words United States of America are proudly displayed, along with the famous Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. At the bottom of the coin, you'll see the denomination clearly stated as $quarter. Now, let's talk about what makes some 1995p quarters so rare and valuable. When it comes to collecting coins, there are a few major factors that can dramatically increase a coin's value: minting errors, unique mistakes made during the coin production process, high-grade condition, coins that are nearly perfect with no signs of wear, rare variants, special versions that were made under unusual circumstances. Let's break down some of the most valuable errors found in the 1995p quarter. Point 1. Of the most famous errors is the doubled die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice, causing some parts of the text or image to appear doubled. If you closely inspect a 1995p quarter and notice doubling in the words Liberty or In God We Trust, you could be holding onto an extremely valuable coin. Another valuable error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned in the press, causing the design to be shifted to one side. The more off-center the strike, the rarer the coin becomes. Some dramatically off-center 1995p quarters have been known to sell for thousands of dollars. Next, we have the missing clad layer error. Normally, a US quarter has a copper core with a nickel coating, giving it a shiny silver appearance. However, some 1995p quarters were struck without their outer nickel layer, leaving them with a dull, copper-colored surface. If you find a 1995 quarter that looks more like a penny than a quarter, it could be an extremely rare and valuable coin. Another unique error to watch for is the broad strike error. This occurs when a coin is struck without the retaining collar, causing it to spread out and appear wider and flatter than a normal quarter. These odd-looking coins are highly collectible and can sell for premium prices at auctions, and let's not forget about die cracks and cuts. Over time, the metal dies used to stamp coins can develop cracks, which result in raised lines or bumps on the coin's surface. A cut error occurs when a piece of the die actually breaks off, leaving a large, blob-like feature on the coin. These mistakes make the coin one of a kind and highly desirable to collectors. And now, let's talk about grading and how it affects a coin's worth. A 1995p quarter that has been in circulation for years, showing heavy wear and tear, will usually be worth only 25 cents. However, if a quarter is in pristine, uncirculated condition, its value can skyrocket. Coin grading agencies like PCGS and NGC use a scale from poor, P1, to mint state 70, MS70, to determine a coin's quality. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For example, a 1995p quarter graded MS67 or MS68, meaning it is nearly perfect, can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But if you have a 1995p quarter with a rare minting error or in an exceptionally high grade, the price could be truly mind-blowing. Now, the moment you've been waiting for: how much can a rare, valuable 1995p quarter actually be worth? If you happen to own a 1995p quarter in excellent, uncirculated condition, or one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a jaw-dropping value of $72,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $72,000 for a single quarter. So, before you spend your next quarter, take a close look at it. That small piece of change in your pocket might just be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest discoveries. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting!